weekend, I published some stuff where I walked through how to maximize on a generative engine optimization and a traditional search optimization procedure. I'm going to go through it again using my own websites, and then the data will show in itself whether or not this was a good idea. So far, it's been proving to work on multiple data points, and I am going to go really fast because it is late on Sunday and I have other things I want to do. That's why I record with the screen on, so that you can pause it and look at what you need to look at. And I'm already going like, I don't know, 4 times slower than I would if I wasn't having to speak out metacognitively. And that's important because part of the reason why I'm so successful as an AI engineer, and that's not a humble brag, this is like not easy, right? Is because I can work way faster than teams of people. So everything that we've seen up to this point where people are saying you're not going to get replaced by AI, you're going to get replaced by an engineer that works with AI. Well, here's your example of how that goes. I already I think I'm kind of Rain Man-ish. That's also not a humble brag. It's also not like I don't wish it upon anybody, but I'm also like really grateful that my brain works that way. So again, I'm gonna go really fast because I got shit to do, and also because there's nothing stopping this from being simple in my perspective. All right, so let's get to it. So here I have these websites, right? So why am I introducing this? In the video that I recorded yesterday with Sonia, we were talking about other videos that I've watched where cumulatively I've gathered a lot of pieces of information. And so one thing I do is I'll watch the videos. Sometimes if they've got lots of nuggets, I will record them and then drop them into Runway ML and then generate the text out of them that way, so that because I've been scraping like all of these suggestions for how to do this stuff from different places that I think are legit, data-driven, proven, functional, like intelligent approaches to how to leverage AI. And some of it, like I don't know how to express and how to point out step by step. Like this is just the way my brain works. Like you're welcome to go kind of like, take on the proof of burden. But I'm just telling you, like, as the person that gets paid to do this, like I shouldn't be taking hours to do this. So I'm not going to take hours to explain it. I'm just going to tell you like what I've extracted from all of this information. You're welcome to look at my LinkedIn. I do really well in school and I do really well in my life, like not just with this, like I have a pretty nice life. So what I'm trying to say is like, like I'm not here to convince you. Like you're going to have to convince yourself. This is just what I do. Hopefully it helps you. If it doesn't, like find videos that do help you, right? And I am in the business of creating AI agents. So like right here, this is my AI agent. I do need to clean up this site some so people can kind of tell what it is. But basically like, what services do you offer, right? So what I was gonna do this weekend was add voice to this, but then stuff got crazy with other things. So then I wasn't able to. And so as you can tell here, like over here on the right-hand side, so here it is essentially answering questions that I don't feel like answering over the phone or over email anymore. I trained my AI to be a sales bot. So every time that you talk to it, it is going to do its best to try to sell you something. And I do have a lot of security behind it so that I don't get attacked, or if somebody's trying to attack it, AWS will throttle those requests. I don't save any session information on here. I don't ask for your email. I don't ask for any of that. However, if you want to try to sell me your AI agency or your agency period, because like the writing's on the wall, and like you can tell that people like me are, like out there now. And not even me, it's just like ChatGPT, I think just steamrolled Canva. So, this is where you can enter your information, or if you're an affiliate, like you can give your information here. There's like a lot of different ways for you to, I guess, get in contact with me. The best way is this way over here. Right now, my cost is for a one-to-one is $900 an hour, which is really cheap compared to a lot of folks that have like zero software background and are charging more than I am for one-to-one Zoom calls, Why is that? Well, because like I have to screen the calls and make sure that they're serious people that aren't just trying to tap me for information. I'm not interested in hanging out. I'm not interested in like buddying up. I'm not interested in business partners right now. Like if you have an affiliate thing, like my friend Sonia sent me, I'm now an affiliate selling some traveling stuff, right? Like I'm all for that. However, I'm in build mode, and like I got some AI companions to build for some folks. So yeah, if you want to join me on Saturdays, right now it's $58 an hour. To join the group Zoom, if there's more people there, like I'm gonna have to answer all the questions within the hour, right? Because otherwise it's not really worth my time. This is kind of like my attempt to help more people learn how to use AI or how to use AI for themselves. Like in Sonia's case, like she's asking me how to help her clients. I'm all for that. However, I do need to clarify, like my real interest, like what I care about is making AI companions. Of course I'm making one for myself, and when I buy myself a robot, like I'm gonna have its personality like ready to go, right? So without further ado, here are my websites. So going back, and yes, this is not a linear thought. So if you need linear thoughts, then go sign up for school. I'm not trying to be rude. It's just I really have stuff I want to get done, but I also want to really like ingrain in people. You're gonna have to learn how to think differently. Like you can't continue expecting like spoon feeding. I think this has been the hardest part about this whole AI thing is like I think I was already like pre-tested for like many reasons. Like I've been trying to get to do this for like over 20 years and I finally get to do it. But like I know that my thought process isn't typical because I was a teacher for 9 years. So I got to see like what a typical thought process is like, but I'm just like being really clear, like why am I really harping on prompt engineering? Because you got to learn how to think differently. So I have one voice and we are looking at one screen, so I can only show you one thing at a time, but that doesn't mean that in the background, in all of the processes in my head, there aren't like 1,000 things like running simultaneously. So this is my best attempt at like catching folks up to speed. Again, like pause the video if you have questions for yourself. If stuff doesn't make sense, like ask ChatGPT to help you make sense of it. You can take a screenshot and ask it to help you make sense of it, right? Like a lot of this is like self-teaching, like self-driven. And I'm not trying to pick on anyone. I'm always grateful for the feedback. But again, like I have shit I want to do today. It's Sunday afternoon. I spent the whole weekend working on some other stuff. And I want to be really clear that I'm not in the business of handholding or tutoring. Like I get hired to build things, right? But I also want to make sure that people get the opportunity to see what that looks like in case they're interested. In the future, as I see which parts of these videos are getting the most traction, I am in the process of developing downloadable courses, right, that you can implement as you go. Remember that every 2 days or something, there's like this whole brand new thing that's so much better than before, right? Even looking at the API over here, which is basically what I've been using, because I really do like the ChatGPT interface more, although I am very impressed with Claude. So I might just start using Claude because they have a bigger context window, and that makes a big difference, especially as you're like implementing your AI's personality, right? Like you want it to have more context, because even using the embeddings, it's shitty and it's clunky and it hallucinates. But if you have the bigger context windows, you're better off. So I'm going to look at Meta and I'm going to look at Claude and see which ones are better. But I'm quite certain that pretty soon ChatGPT is going to steamroll all of that too. So back to the main point, right? Why am I showing you my domains? Because if you see here, I was watching one of the YouTube videos that one of these instructors that I think is really good. And like they were talking about like you pick the site and then you build around the site. Well, I started doing that before watching that video. So the fact that he said something that I thought was like Captain Obvious level, right? Like it makes me think, okay, I really better hone in on this. So my top one right now is agi.kitchen. So what I'm going to do is, instead of trying to build something then hope someone likes it, I already know that UBI is a really big trending topic right now. So I'm going to focus on this one for this example. And I also really need to make some updates to my my website that I'm showcasing right now, it's agi.kitchen. It's not as big. I'm also like displaying, I'm also finding that there's a restaurant called agi.kitchen, which is cool, you know, nothing wrong with that. But I really need to start pushing content onto these. Why did I pick this one? Because I heard a different podcast where the guy was saying like anything with the word bueno in it is going to do really well. So I bought a shit ton of those. What else? Anything that ends in the word dog is going to do really well. And I actually did try to start a business with this. And like, it's kind of happening. It's just strange. You know, like stuff doesn't go at my pace. It just goes when it's going to go. Let me see. Oh, and then the car charging stuff, right? So I don't think a lot of people believe me about the whole EV car charging thing. But if you notice, like carcharge.pro is still at least worth $130. I didn't do the full process where he talks about going and buying existing websites that already have like an estimated value. I'm not sure that I'm gonna do that. And one thing that I am pivoting in my strategy is I was like trying to automate for a shit ton of websites, right? But I'm not gonna do that anymore because I don't think it's been proving to be like useful. I think I'm gonna just buy them, and if I notice that they're trending, like then I'm gonna work on them. So let's start with ubi.kitchen. So I go to Ahrefs, right? And I'm gonna look up everything that I can on. First, I'm gonna go to Google. So I'm gonna get the keywords like for the different places that you can find them in. So I'm not trying to get that. I'm going to look at my keyword lists. I'm trying to make another list. Keywords Explorer. Let me see if it goes back. Okay, so here we have a list. I'm going to create a new list. I don't think I have UBI on here. No, I haven't actually worked on the UBI website a lot, but I'm picking that one now because it has the WordPress main website, which I don't really care as much about. What I'm going to show you is the way that I'm generating the blogs and adding the it's not JSON. I don't think I'm using JSON in this case, but I'm using the, what are they called? Oh, I'll remember the word. The structured. Yeah, I'm using like the structured stuff that the AI engines are like really big on. So UBI, universal basic income, artificial intelligence. What else? I don't know what other words. So I'm going to go to Google Trends, Google search trends. Oh, and by the way, if I'm talking really fast, yes, I am. Because again, I'm like really excited about going outside with my dogs. You can play the YouTube video on a slower speed. I feel like I'm picking on someone who is just so generous with like their comments. I just feel like, man, like I am doing this because I do want an audience and I do want to grow my business. I am at the point of where I can scale and still, like, I'm automating everything, guys. Like, I don't really need anything much else. So I don't even need someone to answer my phone anymore because I just direct people to my chatbot. So I really need to get around to implementing the voice. I'm just saying, I'm not really, my income isn't based on my YouTube views. It's based on, I build this shit, you know? And one of my best opportunities was to get to build some stuff for some people in Hollywood. And I'm dyslexic and I missed reading the two calendars. So I have this laptop that I use for myself, and then adjacent is like my work stuff. And when I was looking from one screen to the other, I messed up on the West Coast versus Mountain Time, and I missed the freaking interview. It was like disastrous for me. But if I had my agent already in place, I would have been able to get it to coordinate my calendars for me. And the reason I didn't attach my private calendar to my work calendars because I'm a contractor, so it's a lot of work for me to like be attaching calendars, and then I have to like get permissions and all this other crap, right? So anyway, that's why, like, yes, I'm trying my best to put out content, but I also need to find more data points that tell me like what is the biggest bang for my buck. Like, I want to teach people how to make agents. Like, that is what I'm in the business of. All this other stuff is like stuff that to me is self-evident, but is still important because you can only get hired if you're able to be found, right? So without further ado, let's look up what people are, universal basic income. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure that this website is gonna rank for UBI. So when people start researching UBI, they also see like my information as someone who builds AI agents. So let's see what other, I know you saw the word Canada, because actually Canada has been looking into UBI, and they've actually had pilot programs. So I'm going to compare it also to UBI, and I'm going to show you like where I can find some search terms. Oh, so like I guess people are so lazy. I'm just kidding. Like UBI is actually an easier word to say. And I'm surprised that people in New Mexico are looking for that. So what I'm going to look is at this agi. So I'm not sure. So maybe there's like a different reason. Semper ubi sub ubi meaning. So there might be like some, it sounds like a marine word, but that's just because semper fi, right? So fascinate. I'm not sure like why. This might be because in another language people are looking for this. I'm not sure what this really. I could like spend time digging into that, but why? Right? So I'm just looking to see if there are other words NPR. So like apparently NPR had a show about it. So I think that that's gonna be like one of the things I really look into is NPR. So then I'm going to go to Perplexity if I can't find more here. UBI, AGI. I don't know. I'm not like as impressed with this. Universal Studios. Okay. Universal Basic Income Canada. So I can tell like these are increasing in popularity, but there's not a lot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my other AI buddy, Perplexity, and I'm gonna search. I'm gonna see like what they think is like some of the most important like stuff, sources. What are the most important sources talking about UBI? All right, so like here I am going to look at the sources, and I think I used to have like the subscription, but I had to reset all of my bank accounts. So UBI soft. Okay, so this is not, in my opinion, what we're looking for. Yeah, this is not what we're looking for, but I can see that these folks are also like making the best out of the word UBI, I guess. UBI soft Connect. Yeah, that's all about games, but their answer is actually pretty relevant. So I'm not sure like why they're listing these sources that have nothing to do with universal basic income, but then my answer is correct. I'm not sure, but look, they're just using like source number 4. So let's look at source number 4, and we have this Investopedia. So this, I'm gonna use my other little trick here. I'm gonna use Harpa SEO, extract and research SEO keywords. So let's see what our good friends at, just a lot. Let's see what our good friends at Investopedia think are important words. Is it not taking the, is it not? Did I do something wrong? Well, I'm not gonna spend all day doing that, so I'm just gonna like highlight everything right to the bottom line. So let's just give this its context because it's not telling me what the keywords are. Okay, maybe what I did wrong was I did not click on the, where is it? Extract and research keywords. Like, I feel like I've been messing, oh, okay, there we go. So it should be extracting their keyword research for me now. All right, so I'm not gonna sit here and like try to think of them. I don't know who Andrew Yang is, but okay, automation, poverty, government, politicians, blah, blah, blah. All right, so then I am going to just see if it doesn't let me just take the ones from there. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take, I think we have this, automation. So let's put these words into our keywords over here. Automation, what else? Poverty, what else did it say? Poverty, government, political, economy, cost, government, political, economy, cost, jobs, social security, income support, jobs, social security, income support. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back over here and I'm gonna look, actually I'm gonna go back over here. What is it? All right, so like you can tell, like my website's not coming up here, but I do have a ubi.kitchen that we just saw is like valuing pretty well. The balance money. So Wikipedia has some. I'm gonna say Wikipedia is probably gonna be the best place to get some of these keywords. So social welfare is a good one. So I'm gonna use my good friend Harpa SEO, extract and research SEO keywords. Okay, so let's let her give us the words. Basic income, negative income tax, social welfare. Basic income, negative income, social welfare. Did I rewrite that? I don't know. Social welfare. What else was it? Economic growth. All right, so let's close these two. Economic growth. Economic growth. I'm gonna try one more out of perplexity. So we have the balance money. So these I think are really solid ones because I saw them come up more than once, right? So statistically speaking, like they're probably the best sources anyway because they're the ones that came up in the searches more than once. So, and like that's just like a guesstimate. So why am I not just taking their content? Because that's not really what I'm trying to do right now. Government, income, people, program, payment, UBI, income, government, tax, welfare, work. I guess we can include the word work. What else? We're going to include artificial intelligence, AI, AGI, ASI. And then we're going to, I should have like created the list name already. So I'm going to just copy all these because it's going to, well, maybe it does let me create it here. Okay, so we're going to make the UBI one. And then we're going to leave it for the United States right now. Because honestly, like you just get paid better. You know, like I could direct this towards like Kenya or something, but it doesn't pay me as well. So is there something wrong with me for saying that? Maybe. I don't know. All right, so then I'm gonna get all of the keyword research here. So this is what I was doing with Sonia on Saturday. So like, see, like they're like, these are gonna be really hard to beat right now, right? But that's not what I'm going to be going after. Maybe jobs. It has what, 564,000 searches, but what we're trying to do is we're gonna try to cluster these and cluster by parent topic, right? So we're gonna look at some of these things over here, but this is more like a word cloud, and in data science a word cloud is like which words are appearing the most. So like we can tell that social security is probably like really good, like all these words right here, they're good to include in your content because like they already get a lot of hits. So you're essentially targeting phrases that will include this legitimately. Like I legit am knowledgeable in this field, and I am legit in this field, right? So, but I also need my websites to convey my topic authority. So I can see here, you know, like the clusters, social and security. I don't know that I'm impressed with those, but I'm still going to use them. I mean, no way I'm not. Okay, so I think this one is a lot better in terms of like what I can create with this. So I am going to use AI to help me build the content for this. But if you notice, right, like this just gives me like a way bigger range of things to talk about. So I'm going to export this. So I'm going to include SERP. SERP is really important. SERP is, I think, like the way to go if you want to make sure that you get more hits on your website for stuff that people are actually asking about. So basically answering questions and using long tail keywords is probably the best way to target intent, and user intent is the new keywords, right? Like before it used to be like use the right words, but now it's like, no, like we have LLMs now you have to like understand what people are looking for, and you don't even have to worry about saying it the same way that they would. You just have to make sure that like what you're saying would answer the majority of questions. Like that's a flip in the way you think, right? Like I don't know if most people are bilingual or not, probably not, but being bilingual and like especially being Spanish plus English, the sentences don't get created the same way, right? So in Spanish, like you have the verb comes before the noun, right? So like running dog or like crying baby instead of like the baby is crying, right? Like you say the crying baby, the crying, yeah, you say the crying baby. So like yeah, you can still flip them. But anyway, like that knowledge has really helped me like understand the concept behind like user intent versus keywords. So I might ask questions a certain way, but like maybe my population that is most interested in this doesn't. So I have to make sure that I have a good like variety in the way that I'm saying things, but that also really captures like the most bang for the buck, you know, like casts the widest, deepest net. So it's no longer the widest. It's no longer, so like keywords to me was like deepest, like random crappy AI content is widest. So like you need to like it be like deepest, widest net, right? Which is like, I don't know, like a basic computer science concept. But anyway, so now we're going to, so I think we have, I'm not sure why, you know, like, oh, so types of income. See, like all of these here are like excellent, right? And I think this is the one I just exported. Yep. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this same keywords, right? So I just got my data for Google. I'm gonna look at my list. I'm just gonna copy my list again. I hope it lets me copy it. Don't tell me it doesn't let me. Maybe I can copy them from here. Nope, it's not gonna let me. Okay, so what I wanted to do was take the same list. Let me see if I can just get it out of here. History maybe? Economy, yep, yay, okay. What? Why can't I just get my list from there? Okay. So edit, let's get them out of here. Okay, so what am I trying to do? So now I'm gonna take this same list. I'm gonna go to YouTube because YouTube is also a really important place to like find out what people are looking for. I'm gonna use Bing and I probably will use like one more thing. So I'm gonna look up what people are saying on YouTube. I suspect it should be different. If it's not different, then like I feel like, oh, there's something weird, you know? So you don't get the same kind of information. So the only thing that doesn't come up is negative income. All right, so then I'm going to export this and I'm gonna say all 21. By the way, like use the UTF-8 because it's easier for like whatever backend to read it. So now we have YouTube and Google, and then we're gonna look for them in, and I might actually like break up this video into 2 videos because this is already a lot. So then do I really think Amazon has much to do with UBI? Not really, but since I have a lot of credits on Ahrefs, like let's just look, maybe people are writing books about UBI, you know, maybe like they're ranking on Amazon. So, yeah, I don't know, I guess we'll just use it. Like they have 17,000, oh, look, the clicks per rate. So artificial intelligence is getting a lot, but I don't really think about that stuff. Like there's probably people that are smarter than me, like looking at this, you know? But I just want to make sure that I'm capturing as much as I can. I don't really use these yet. I probably will end up using Baidu at some point. Right now we're just going to use Bing. Why are we using Bing? Because we know that it already is tied to like AI search engines, or well, I keep calling them search engines, AI engines. I should just call them that, or like generative engines. So the like I don't know if you could tell, but like the numbers are not identical, right? So like we know that we're casting like a wider net because these numbers are not identical. So what the people that are using YouTube are not necessarily doing the exact same thing on Google and on Bing, right? So we want to make sure that we capture like as much of the data as we can. So now that I have all this data, and like I'm now at the point where I can go and ask my GPT to like write me the best content for this week's stuff on UBI. So I go back over here to ChatGPT, and I'm pretty sure I already have like GPTs that do this. Let's find out if I ever saved them. Maybe I switched accounts a lot, so I'm not sure if like I put them in here. If not, I'll just make another GPT. So it should be, let's see, ad pipeline, hyper targeted ads. That might be a good one. Structured HTML blog post is this one. All right. So this one, structured HTML blog post. Structured data is what I wanted to do. So I'm going to upload my data, and this is already prompted to like output the best content possible using all of this data. Okay, so then more people are talking about UBI, please write me a 1,500 word blog post and include any, and go online and include any URLs and important information that you can find. So I'm going to upload all my data. I clicked on that. Oops, I forgot to give it. I haven't given it the data. Hold on, I have to retype that. So then my downloads are right here. Right here's all my downloads. I opened this. It's got all my CSVs. Okay. Looks like I have a document related to. Okay, so please write a what did I say? 1,500 word blog post. Go online and find any additional information you can find, and you think any additional information on universal basic income. We are targeting the widest, deepest possible net so that we can start generating more traffic to our website, ubi.kitchen. And if it doesn't go, if it tells me it can't go online, then I'll show you how to fix that. So now I'm going to send it the message. So why am I using structured HTML? Because that way it has a schema. That's the word I was looking for, is schema. So in JSON, when you write JSON, JSON is a data type for Python languages, not Python languages, I'm sorry. Like JSON is a way to write data to a system, right? So in Python, you can write dictionaries that ingest JSON really well. The reason why we like dictionaries is because it's really easy for you to create categories. And the reason why the AI probably really likes like the schemas is because it knows like this is going to be a blog post, this is going to be like a such and such, this is going to be like a recipe, this is going to be educational material. So like it starts to put things in buckets. So then when somebody asks the question like, where can I learn more about UBI? Well, if I've created a blog post that has the schema education, which by the way has like some nuances to it, you can't just claim it's education. You have to, like, that's the only one that I've seen that like requires you do special things. Like, but then like all the engines would know, well, we have the category UBI, scale that down, we have a category of education. This website right here has this content that is already like labeled as UBI education. That's why we want to use schemas. Okay, cool. All right, so then here I have my content. Okay, I don't think I look at that. I need that. So I might use this for like the, like maybe for a, I don't know, like a summary. Okay, so here's my structured HTML blog post. This is not exactly the schema that I was looking for. I'm gonna save that in a text file real quick. Excuse me. Okay, so here's my text file. I just don't want to lose this just in case. And then I am going to go to back to my GPTs, because I should have had one that actually already like puts it into JSON. Where's my GPTs? I'm sorry, not JSON. Why do I keep calling JSON? Into schemas. So that one was the structured. So then the schema markup. I think it's this one. Convert a Harpa output to HTML. No, actually, I don't see. I'm probably put it in a different, in a different place. Hyper targeted SEO. Scrape to data frame. Ad pipeline, hyper-targeted DevOps assistant, Zach's data organizer, markup. I'm just gonna create a new one because I don't even see it on here. Okay, so we're gonna call this the schematizer. The schematizer. So takes a blog post, and I know that I had made this. I don't know what happened to it, and generates HTML with structured schema for SEO and GEO. Okay, so I always like to check off code interpreter in case it needs to go online. So I'm going to tell it what it should look like. Okay, you are the top blog converter. Why do I say the top? Why do I keep saying that every time I write a prompt? Because if I don't tell it, like, I only want you to take the cream of the crop, like, don't bother with all the examples you have about how to do things, how not to do things. If I don't really like explicitly specify, only use like the best of the best, it, like, for all I know, like, the weights might say like just use everything you have, and that's not what I want. I don't want a mesh of everything. Then I'll just get mediocre results, right? Because if you have like the top of the line plus the bottom of the line mixed together, all you get stuff is in the middle. That's mediocre middle, right? You don't want that. You want like only the best. So use only the top of the line data that you have, whatever you might, your weights might be, your data might be, whatever you were trained on. Like, I only want you to like find the very best of the best stuff to use for me. You are the top blog converter, and you convert all this is like blog posts into HTML with schemas in them. Here is an example. So I'm gonna go to my engine over here. Let me open that. Well, it's actually called Elsa's machine, but I'll show you. I can show you this. Sometimes I'm reluctant because I don't want to accidentally click on something that is for work. Then I have to like go and edit the videos. But where are my blog posts? Blog HTML. I think it's gonna be in here. Table of contents. This one is the actual HTML, so that doesn't actually show you the schema behind it. Hold on. I know that I can global styles. I know that there's like a place here where I can show you. I'll just open it with. Yeah, I'll just open it. Let me open it over here through code cursor. Change directories, documents. Let's see. Where is this? Where is this located? Oh, it's under code. Okay. Can you hear my Doberman? She's already like, are you gonna play with this or what? Okay, so here's this, right? So this is what it looks like under the hood. So see how it's like reading these JSON strings, right? Like, that's what I'm talking about. This actually is JSON somewhere else, but the stuff I'm trying to show you real quickly is the blog posts. It's called blog, so it should be right here. See, like this. Do you guys see this? Category is not the schema, right? The schema is over here. The schema is that this is filter post. I'm trying to find the schema. Like, this is, oh, okay. So like there, somewhere on here, it says that this is like a blog post. Blog posts. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like posts article. Okay, I believe that it's this, right? So like it's an article blog post. The category that is closest to is article. So here it is right here. So the category is posts. So like when the AI engines go and look for stuff, like they're gonna find this easier than if I just have a blog and it doesn't say what kinds of stuff I have in there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this example, right? Because I already wrote automation code that automatically puts all of the schema stuff behind each of my posts. So each of the posts can, I don't know if it can find them separately, but I know that like it updates through all this stuff, right? Like there's so much like web development that goes into this. I don't know at what point, like it's not really a fair expectation for me to go into all the details, but actually here it is right here too. Here's an article. So here, is that what we were saying over here? It's an article? Yeah, it's an article. So the type is it's a post and the category is article. So what I want my ChatGPT thingy to do is I want it to do this. So I want it to generate something that looks like this. So that I know that I built a GPT that did this before, but I probably, like, it might have messed up and that's why it didn't work. Okay, so then let's see these SEO. You can see everything, not just on traditional search engines. Okay, so then see how like this one was also about like SEO and GEO, but so I'm just gonna like tell it like I just want you, this is an example, because if I leave all this in here, then it's going to tell me that it's too much text, because I've tried it before, like I was saying. Okay, so we want to make sure that it has lists. That's like really valuable. We want to make sure that you have lists. We want to use, oh my gosh. Okay, so this was what somebody had asked me about, and I should really make a YouTube shorts about this. Okay, so in my blog, agi.kitchen, I have the exact formula for what it is that all of these different people have been saying is like a way to optimize for GEO and for SEO, right? So it's right here in my blog. So these things right here: keyword research, Google My Business, on-page SEO, local citations, backlink building, schema markup. And then for GEO, it's authoritative content creation, natural keyword integration, incorporation of data and statistics, citations and quotes, content fluency, and unique phraseology are your key ingredients to start getting picked up by AI engines. Okay, there's some more, but these are the like critical ones. If you take nothing away from here, go to agi.kitchen and then go to the blog post and click on there so you can like understand what I'm trying to say in so many words. So then I'm gonna go back to my GPT. Okay, so I'm going to so basically it already has lists, right? Blah blah blah. Like I just wanted to understand that it needs to create lists. Oh my gosh, this is like really hard. This is like annoying. Okay, you're the top blog and you convert all blog posts into, so then you put in today's date. Put in today's date. Give a clear title. Give a clear title. Create a category. Wait, how was I using my article ID? Print out today's date. I think that was print out today's date. So I actually should put in today's date in this format so that my slugs all make sense. What did it look like? Where did I get that from? I got it from over here. And I'm gonna update what this says right there. I'm not gonna just have it say post. I'm gonna say, so look at how clever I am, right? So I'm gonna use this. So article ID, put in today's date and use this format. And use this format. Okay, so then use today's date in this format. So it's going to be date. Okay, so then topic, category, and schema type. Okay, so then this will make it even easier for the engines to find it. Print out today's date and today's video. Okay, give a summary. Give a summary. Give a summary. Give questions, list questions, use schemas such as QA. List another question. Okay, and then SEO for Google. List another question with QA schema. I'm not sure if it can do it like within there, but we'll see. Okay, and then offer important information. Offer the most important information as a subheading. And then keyword research. Okay, list out list out nugget 1, list out nugget 2. Oops. Because when people read it, like, maybe it's because I'm getting used to dealing with like executives, like they don't want to be reading a block of text. List out nugget 3, nugget 2, etc., right? Okay. Etc., etc. Okay, give another subtopic of information. Okay, I am an expert in this domain. Please make it as please make content as authoritative as possible. I don't even know what that means. As authoritative. Okay. Use keywords. Okay. Well, we're just gonna leave that. Target as many different ways as possible to capture as many user intents as possible. I would put this into the prompt, into my YouTube page, but they don't let you put these like angle brackets because they're like, you could attack websites that way. And then call to action. Okay, include a call to action, include calls to action. Suggest signing up for Zoom calls using this link. No, actually, Zoom calls listed on agi.kitchen. Okay. And so why am I not saying? Oh, and then like a closing statement, a closing recap. Okay. Because I want people to go to my website. Like, I'd rather not give you because then you'll go to like the Zoom link, right? And then I won't have traffic to my website. And the point is to get traffic to my website. So I don't know if this is actually going to be too much for the page. So then generate the schematized HTML. So then who doesn't like pictures? Just make me a picture dolly. And I am really curious to see if I can create an action to just like automatically push us into my websites using FTP, file transfer protocol, because I'm using GoDaddy. And I think I am gonna cut this video here because I need to feed my dogs. But this is essentially what we were doing on Saturday, yesterday. So hopefully this is super useful. Let's give it a go and let's see if it can actually take the text that I gave it. Like, I might still have to tweak this, but I mean, can you imagine doing this? Oh, I wanna save it because yeah, it's annoying. Sure, I'll make this available in the GPT store. In fact, I don't care if anybody uses it, because like, please do, you know? Let's get that garbage AI content out of there and put like better quality garbage. It's not garbage, I'm being serious. Okay, so like, let's look at our GPT and let's give it our, okay, so here is our blog. Let's see what it prints out for us. Yay, it's exactly what I wanted, because now all I have to do is copy this, paste it into here as my next post, right? And yes, I should have more automation here, and I will. Like, I'm not too worried about that. And I still also need to update, I think it's my robots file. I don't remember if it's my robots file. It's another one. It's is it robots? There's one that like tells you, no, it's not robots. It's one that tells it like when you last updated, which I also need to add more automation to. I can't remember which one it was. Partnership portfolio. sitemap. It might be sitemap. Yeah, see, like it already has this. Actually, it already knows that at least once a week I'm going to be updating my blog post. And why am I doing it this way? I'm not crazy, and it's not because I like ugly websites. I know my website's freaking ugly. I don't care, because like try to steal my content with Harpa. Like, I dare you to, right? So tell me like what my SEO keywords are. So you're gonna be able to steal one of them. So like, see, yeah, go ahead and steal stuff about furniture procurement off of my webpage with Harpa. So I hope I didn't just invite a bunch of attacks, but if they happen, I'm ready. Because if you see over here in my affiliate opportunities, there's like recommended products. See, like, where is this hardware? I think I already see this lazy time machine hard drive. And yeah, I'm an affiliate, of course I am. I have this. So all of my HTML, like all this stuff over here, like if somebody attacks my site ever again, I nuke my site, and within 5 minutes I've re-uploaded everything because I have it on this hard drive. And of course I also have like security, but I'm not paying through the nose for security for Amazon. I'm sorry, for GoDaddy anymore. It's like, oh, you don't want to keep your servers clean? Don't worry, man. I'm not going to pay you to not keep them clean. Like, I will just pay for this one time, which already like saves me the cost of another month of cybersecurity that doesn't work. And then I nuke my cPanel, and then I just put it back like that day, you know? So if I go, so let's look at our content before I get carried away. I might be able to finish this right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this up, and my dogs can wait. It's 6:33. I'm 3 minutes late to feed them, but I'm gonna just put this back over here in my blog. Here's my blog. Here's my section ID is post article ID. Okay, so then this article, and just put it right here. And I can take this out, and I can take this out. And did I just put it in the right place? I'm so dyslexic. Like, that's the reason why. I think I didn't put this in here right. No, yeah, it's right here. Universal basic income. I don't know why I was reading that it was saying like, oh look, post universal. I was reading post quantum. All right, so my category is economics. So, you know, it doesn't kill me to like do this right now. So like now, when people start Googling, like this is gonna come up, you know? And when you include the date, it includes numbers for whatever reason, like these engines really like that. So now I can add one more over here, and I love my, what am I using? Economics. Look, it already just knows, like, is it listening to me? I think so. Just kidding. I think it's training itself. I'm using word cursor. Like I will marry word cursor. I just love the stuff. Okay, so now that it's saved in here, then I can go to my, I'll just show you real quick. I'll just go to my GoDaddy website, which I thought I had pulled up already. GoDaddy. Here's my domains. Okay, so we are looking at we're looking at agi.kitchen. I actually didn't do the ubi.kitchen one. My bad, but I really needed to update. Oh yeah, actually we are looking at ubi.kitchen. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so let's just look at ubi.kitchen, and I actually have to go to like the domains themselves. Man, like sometimes I think GoDaddy just likes to see me and other people suffer to get to this like cPanel. I think, yeah, I can actually just go to cPanel, web hosting, manage all. So I can actually just like copy this over to my, wonder if I already have a blog post for UBI. Like the other thing I can do is just like send traffic over there, you know? What I'll do is I'll just create a different one for that one. So I'm gonna go to my file manager, and I'll show you both different, like the two different ways. So here's the ubi.kitchen website. Ubi.kitchen. You'll see like testing blog post. Well, I guess I do have a blog post thing there, but like look at how see how it's like ubi.kitchen blog and then April 2024. So I'm a month late posting anything on there. If I go over here to my GoDaddy side, it's under public HTML. I don't expect everybody to like know how to do this. I don't even know how I taught myself. This stuff is, it's just natural to me. So see right here, here is like all the WordPress stuff. So the actual ubi.kitchen website is actually like a WordPress website. See, it's a really ugly WordPress website. And then here's my blog. So like, see how it looks like it's like a part of WordPress? If this all went down, I wouldn't care, because I could just build up a new homepage with a cheap old like WordPress website. And then here, when I click on blog, it's actually connecting to this. So I added so all of this was like, this is all the WordPress stuff right here. And then I added it here to blog. And then I just opened this page. So I can edit it from here actually. And actually, I shouldn't be doing this, because that was the whole point, right? Was like for me to do that on my server, so that I'm not like having to rely on GoDaddy or anybody else like to fix whenever I have like a cybersecurity issue or whatever. I'm just gonna like copy this and paste it into here, so you could see like what it looks like, and I'll probably take it down. I don't know if I would get penalized by anybody, like if anybody would associate these two websites together. That's what I was seeing earlier, was I was reading these words, and that's why being dyslexic is crazy. All right, so I'm gonna save the changes, and then now when I go to my agi.kitchen blog post, like I should be able to see the actual blogs. See, and then there it is, like economics. If I want to read about economics, here it is right here. Maybe that's why it didn't. See? Oh, interesting. Well, I need to work on this. And I do need to add them to the table of contents. Yeah. Hey, I need to fix this. But anyway, like here it is. So do you really think that, oh, wait, social media review. Oh, okay, it actually is working. Yeah, there. See, like it's only displaying. So I made it this way, now that I recall. So I made it so that when you click on the categories, you only see the blog post for that category. May 12th, 6:39. It doesn't give the time. That's fine. And then here is my tie back to my LinkedIn account. Perfect. And that's all of it. That was what I wanted to go over. And yeah, please do sign up for the Zoom calls. If you have questions, again, this is just like my, I don't know, like charitable donation. Just kidding. No, this is like important, because they can only hire you if they can find you. But I am in the business of making AI agents. That is what I specialize in. That is what my Saturdays are intended for. So the more people that sign up for that, like I guarantee you, it's a much more valuable skill than this. Like this is, to me, gonna be swallowed up by a few AI agencies, people like me, right? But like there's so much automation already, like I don't even have to worry about it. So again, if you're somebody that owns an agency and you're thinking about what should I do next, like hit me up, because I will make sure that your exit is as graceful as my entry. And if I wasn't doing a good job at my job, then, you know, like I would just be a YouTuber. No shade on YouTubers. But yeah, because I automate so much of this, like I'm able to do this in an hour on my Saturdays, and then build my agents, you know, and I guess it's a pretty nice life is all I'm trying to say. All right. Hopefully this recorded correctly. See you all soon.